Hello again. This is the house on Mountain Gate. I wanted to send you a video of what I saw, and it's all things that I wanted to point out to you. Do you see right there where I'm focusing dead center of the house? This is an area of concern to me. What that is right there, that is a built-in snow trap. When you get a good sized snow on that area, or if it runs off that portion of the house, it's going to collect in that valley right there between those two V's. And because it doesn't have a big slope to it, in that area, it's going to trap snow and ice, which could force itself underneath the shingles in that area and cause a roof leak. Now, there is a fix to doing something right there. You can take and put heat tape in that area and make sure that it is plugged in and functioning when you know that you're going to get a snowstorm. But that is something that you probably have to do anytime you know that you're going to get bad weather, so that it does not build up ice and snow in that area and cause a problem. Right now I'm standing on the right hand side of the property line. Right here is the pin, and if you sight down along the side of that fence line, that is the property line. Now I'm going to walk around here. I did a measurement, and from right here on this side of the house where this is to the edge of the property right here where this little raise is, this is approximately 10 feet. It does widen up as it gets further back, so you could pull a trailer back along the furthest side of the house. However, I'm also going to point this out right here. This is another item of concern to me. Do you see, looking up this direction, we've got a slope all downhill, and it comes to the steepest portion in this area right through here, and on this side of the lot as well. Right here though, when I was walking, I sunk into these cinders a lot, and it's because we've got a bit of negative grade going on here. What needs to happen is right here along this property line, somebody needs to put a French drain in so that water, when it hits from these adjoining properties up in this direction, when it hits this area right here, it diverts down to the back side of the lot, and that big wash that you see right back there. See that big wash back there? Well, if it has a French drain in, it will take care of that and keep water from coming up close to this foundation. If nothing is done, eventually this is going to start to settle. It's going to start getting too much water. The ground is going to be a little bit looser, and you're going to get some movement. Right now, nothing's happening. I've walked all the way around the house, not a problem. But in the future, this could be an area of concern, and what to fix it is a French drain. Now, because this is a rather long stretch, you're probably looking at several $1,000s to put something like that in. Here's another thing I want to point out. This 10 feet space between here and the edge of the property line over here, it's enough room to get a car in, but right now you would have to take out one of those trees. I think the small tree here might be able to be moved, but the bigger tree, you might need to take that out in order to get that in and out carefully or easily. Okay, here's the opposite side of the house, and here's the corner stake right here next to the water box. Now I'm going to just kind of shoot straight up, and right about, I'm going to put my finger under the screen here, right in there. See that stick sticking up right there just above my fingernail? That is the back corner from what I can see. So right now, up here on the front corner of this lot, from here to the corner of the house, there's just probably barely 10 feet between the side of the house right there and the property line. I'm not even sure if there's 10 feet there. Adding many pavers up in this area right through here, it's not going to do you a whole lot of good because you haven't got more than about 2 or 3 feet up in this area. So this area over here that they cindered, unless I'm very much mistaken and I have not seen another property line stake to tell me otherwise, I believe this is an adjoining lot. So even though it looks like this, all of this goes with this house, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I may be mistaken and I will double check on that, but this has been my concern so far on this one. Just to make sure, I will check. But if you're right in this vicinity, I'm going to kind of scroll down so you can see. It's pretty close on this side. I mean, it's super duper tight. There's no room to be able to get a vehicle parked along this side. It's just squeaking by on the side of this sign. I'm inside the house right now and I'm looking at the plot map that they've got laying on the counter. And they're representing this being 85 feet wide. But if you look at this right here compared to this dimension back here, this is definitely narrower than this. So what we need to find out is what this dimension is. For whatever reason, this map is not showing it. I've looked all over and I don't know why it says C65 on it instead of the actual dimension, but I'd like to find out how much that is. Also, there's a sewer easement here on this back side of this lot, 8 foot. And then this dotted line, I'm going to follow this dotted line all the way back over here. And I'm going to show you where it says what this is. Zone X other flood areas per FEMA panel 0400694706E. See note. I can't find the note, but I'm going to look this up. And when you look at this, this is part of a flood zone. And I just want to make sure that this property right here, because there's a significant amount here that's inside of that dotted area. Granted, the house may be built up in here where this red dot is, but if it's considered enough of it inside of the flood zone that's there, you're going to have to pay flood insurance on that with your mortgage, which could add up in a big hurry. So I'm going to check on this for you today as well.